making this much money. When it is the
150 a
majority,
month though. In Super Chat?
that was the majority of their income
Yes. Well, because we all know that YouTube don't pay shit.
before the deals.
Yeah.
So it's like they would love to get that change every month from YouTube, but it's like y'all got to find another way. And they did. They still, their people are still able to. You can donate through Rumble.
And honestly, this probably boosts them up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because now
it made
loyal,
more people
now
continue
their
to
loyal
donate.
fan base are like, oh, they took our guys off of YouTube. We're gonna
and YouTube, like you just said, YouTube, the way they pay out, man, they would love to get direct payments from everybody, get cash apps and shit like that. Like they would love to take 100% of that instead of having YouTube take 50. So instead of 150,000 a month, now they banking in 300,000 a month because these people are, especially after this situation, their loyal fan base and other people that want to hear what they got to say. Oh yeah,
you fuck with them?
No, not at all.
Can't stand them.
Not at all. I know those type of dudes, man. Those are the type of dudes who were getting rejected multiple times a year.
Yep.
Buddy became a cop because that was usually how them weak dudes do. They become a cop because they want to have authority over the motherfuckers that used to talk shit to them or may have put hands on them or maybe the girl that didn't want to fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Yep. The other dude, I don't know what he was doing before that. I think he just was a tag along, a little toad. This motherfucker, I can't stand either of them. But shit, that's the world, man. That's the world. And I said this about these guys. They feed in to that specific crowd. The guys who are like that.
Insecure dudes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The guys who don't have the courage to speak like them.
Yep.
But the guys that also want to live vicariously through them.
Yep.
Where they won't do it in person. They'll do it over that super chat though. They'll pay that money and do it on super chat. It's like, I just told this bad Instagram model that she wasn't shit and she needed to. It didn't do nothing.
Yeah, but there's gratification for those dudes.
Yes.
That, like you said, the toads. I like that.
Fresh and Fit has done an incredible job at feeding the illusion that they are helping men be who they were supposed to be all along.
Kind of like Andrew Tate.
Exactly.
Very similar.
I have not seen any other top G's since he stepped on the scene. I just see a lot of people that support him, which is another thing. It's like they're just it's politics for entertainment.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You gotta make these people like you to the point where they can pay you just to.
It's smart.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna give it to him.
That's
smart.
how entertainment is. That's how it works.
Yeah. My thing is I got a real high high level bullshit meter. Mm-hmm. And I don't really believe most of these guys. I think they don't really actually feel the way that they talk a lot. They just know who their fan base is. So they just, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, but I think there's that. You're right about part of it for sure. Those are the guys that just, let's just be brutally honest. They didn't get no pussy.
No. And then what happens when you start to get it? You start to build that confidence.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, let's add some money in the equation.
Mm-hmm.
Now you really feeling yourself.
Oh yeah.
Now you really on the internet talking shit. Now you really saying wild stuff because you feel like, damn, I got this. So, and that's what they were doing. That's pretty much what got them on the bad side of a lot of people, was because they started feeling themselves. They started saying random shit. They started, putting themselves out there to be a certain way. And it was like, we always knew, it's people like me always knew that they were that type of person. Mm-hmm. It takes time and it takes that aspect of money and fame to really show who somebody can pretend to be.
Yeah. Couldn't be me, man. I could never do it.
Nah.
I don't really have an ability to not be me.
Yeah. I have been me too long to not be me.
I kind of wish I did.
But that's it. You've been you too long to be somebody else. It would not feel natural for you to.
Do you ever feel envy though for people like that have that ability to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could go out here and just like pretend for the dollar.
Even just in regular life shit where like, like you ever gone through like a breakup and it's just like she's not even sad. It's like, God damn it.
He said,
Why can't I get, I want to not be sad.
He said, I wasn't shit. I ain't nothing.
Yeah. I just feel like I envy people that have the ability to just shut shit off like that and just not give a fuck. I can't do it.
Nah,
I can't do it. When's Drake dropping, man? Is he gonna drop this?
According to his braids, he might be dropping soon.
9/22/23. That's what his braids said.
I mean, the one thing about Drake dropping is like, why does it even have to be like a schedule? I think Drake is the type, like one of the few artists who can just drop at any moment. And
I think part of the reason for the rollout is the tour. He's still promoting other things. You know, it'd be one thing if he was just quiet, hanging out in the house recording, but he's on tour. So I think it's good antics. It's good.
I think he's going to wait till he's off tour because if I'm Drake,
he can't.
But if I'm Drake, right?
Yep.
Now let me put this theory out. If I'm him and I know I gotta not only perform all of my hits every night, countless hits, be on stage for, I don't know, hour and a half, maybe 2. I don't know how long he's on stage. Now I have to incorporate the new music into my set.
That might be the holdup.
And exactly, getting the show edits ready, the show, all that shit.
Hold on. Can he? Oh, that's interesting. Because you're right about that. I'd never really thought about that. Can he drop an album and then finish out the tour without performing songs off the album?
No,
he can't.
Because before the tour ends, one of those songs is going to be a hit.
So one song then. He don't got to do the whole album.
But then you also have to think about his Drake, you know, that beige side of him is going to bring him to be like, I got to perform more cuts off the album. He's going to have to perform one of the slow joints. There's way too many women in the crowd, way too many bras potentially can be thrown and can be collected more if he did that. We know Drake is that guy too. You know, he
posted a picture of the bras, him in the bras today.
So I'm saying, I don't know. I think Drake is one of those people that puts too much, maybe puts too much pressure on himself.
Probably.
So he doesn't want to like go out there and.
That's a really good point, bro. I hadn't even thought about that. You're probably right. That's probably the holdup. The album is probably done, pressed and ready to go.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Amazon posted it. It ended up on Amazon with a release date. So
really?
So it was in the. That means it's in the stores. Like it's uploaded because they couldn't do that if it wasn't uploaded.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like he has an album done. I think at this point now, and also because now he's playing up on the when is he gonna drop shit.
Yep.
It's like now he can really choose whenever.
So damn, you're right. That's exactly what he's doing. He's probably listening to the album, maybe doing some rehearsals after his shows every night, so he can be prepared to perform some of the music.
Right.
But that also means he's got to know which one is going to hit.
So wait, when is that? Do you know when that tour is over?
I don't.
That's the thing.
It goes. I know it at least goes through October.
So if let's say the tour ends in November.
Yep.
If Drake drops his album this month.
Yep.
He is within.
He got to perform 2 months of the new shit.
Within October, maybe the first week of October.
Yep.
We will know what the smash is.
True.
We'll know what the hit is.
Yep.
By then, he'll be already performing it before the tour, right before the tour ends. Videos going viral. Drake performing new song off of For All the Dogs.
So the real real holdup is not the music at all. It's him preparing himself to perform it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Thinking about it from an artist standpoint.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And from even just, I mean, of course, I don't know what it's like to be a major fucking artist, but I can only imagine how much he has to remember on a daily basis.
For sure.
When it comes to just doing old songs too.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to incorporate the new shit. You got to do all the visual editing and the, adjusting for all that for the tour.
Yep.
It's, got to be prepared for it.
I think it is coming the 22nd. I wasn't sure before, but when all the blogs started posting this morning, the braid, his braids with the 9/22/23 in it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they might be reaching. Those might be 6s though. But then what's with the 2s and the 3s? I'm not sure. But he, Could be.
Turn the 6 upside down.
He did turn the 6 upside down. It's a 9. It's a 9 now. No,
It's-
that's a fact. But then when we were going over notes before we went live, and you showed me that he had posted it in his story,
yeah,
then I'm like, okay, well, that's confirmation. To me, that's him confirming that the blogs were right.
yeah.
I like that move. I like the putting it in the braids.
very
And
interesting.
let's see if y'all catch this.
That is very interesting.
And
I never took Drake to be the beads in the hair type of guy, but
Drake's
I'm lying. He
what-
definitely is
he
the
is
beads.
he's the most beads in the hair kind of guy ever.
He's the butterfly beads
Yes.
in the hair type of
Yeah.
guy.
Now
for sure.
Drake is by far the. Let me preface this by saying I love Drake.
Mhm.
He's one of my all-time favorite artists. He's probably, if I'm being honest, he's probably in my top 5 all time. But he might be the corniest man on the planet.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God.
he's the fakest real gangster you ever seen. In
I
your life?
don't think I've never seen him portray himself as a gangster the way people talk about. I think that the industry has definitely toughened him up. I think he became more gangster
So like act.
in the industry
It's like
For
academics.
sure.
That's okay.
for sure. Like, I mean, like a lot of people we see, like Pac,
Good example.
very similar.
Very good example.
Very similar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's elements of it there. You know what I mean? Drake said
Chris
it himself.
Brown,
Chris Brown. Exactly. There's a lot. I mean, there's a ton of
Ray
artists.
J and his booty goons.
I mean, I think Ray J. I don't know.
I hear shit about no booty goons, and that motherfucker's got
Hey,
into a problem with
hey,
Fabulous, man.
Ray J is a legend. Ray J is one of the greatest humans on the planet. Ray J is in my top 5 humans on the planet, period. Every time that guy does
Ray
something,
J is
it's
a
amazing.
national treasure.
Yes,
man.
he is a national treasure. Yes.
Well, matter of fact, I want to know what happened. Like, I think we got left in limbo. You know, we thought he was gonna go out and just go out with a bang. When he started, really talking about how that sex tape happened and all that stuff that we
Mhm.
know with him and Kim and her mom and shit.
Yep.
That shit was like X the next day. It was like they probably pulled up on Ray J with the bag, told him shut the fuck up.
Or pulled up on him with something else and told him shut the fuck up. And that's I don't know if I'd play with the Kardashians.
Kris Jenner's she's a hit man.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd play with the Kardashians. That's probably one family I don't want. We've seen what they've done to many.
Are you saying they're a plague? Or do you think that they
I'm
actually
saying
deal
that
with,
they're
with
dangerous people.
physical
I think
danger?
that I'm saying that they're dangerous people.
Oh my goodness.
Dangerous.
Yeah, we can't forget that they are Armenian.
That, and I think part of it is, bro, when you get into that family, right? Like when you make your way into that family, you become used to this certain type of like lifestyle, and then it's like,
By any means, protect this
this
entity.
And then when you're on the outside of it, once you've been on the inside of it, literally and figuratively,
Literally, yes.
and then all of a sudden you're on the outside of it, you want to get back in. We've seen what it does to people, man. Look what it-
Chalamet, run, man.
Look what it did.
Run, Timothy.
Yo.
Timothy, what the fuck? I seen it. I forgot. They got him by a chokehold now. Kylie got this man.
What happens?
He got to run.
Who's the only? There's only been like, I mean, who's come out of that clean? Chris Humphries might be dead. I haven't seen him.
Nah, he opened up a Dave's Hot Chicken.
Did he? Oh,
Yeah.
here, huh?
Yeah, Plymouth.
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, right
All
next
right,
to
so
or
he
no,
got
no,
out.
Minnetonka. Minnetonka.
But he kind of got out before it was the way that it is now. I mean, they were popping, but now it's
he
different.
was the one that they knew they couldn't really convert because he was just kind of like
But that
too
was also,
oblivious.
But that was also before shit popped.
and I don't think he really gave a damn. I think he was just doing it
He
to
was
have
just
fun.
happy to be fucking Kim Kardashian.
Right.
Yeah. He was just happy to be there.
Right. All them other motherfuckers was in love and
What do
shit.
y'all think about Joe doing that 30-day stream off?
Joe
Budden.
He's doing it.
He's doing
is
a
he doing
30-day
it?
stream off?
Yeah,
I didn't know he was doing it.
yeah.
So what's that mean then? What's
Well,
the
they say that he's doing it because it's the end of Lips and
flipping Melissa's
The
run?
contract?
Melissa's
I don't
contract.
believe that either.
They ain't finna go nowhere.
I mean, I believe it's the end of their contract, but they're coming.
yeah,
back.
they're not gonna go nowhere. Especially Flip.
Is this confirmed? I didn't even see this story.
It's I could pull it up.
Yeah, please do. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't know that it
I
was
wanna
going to
hear
happen.
about that.
I don't think Flip and Melissa go anywhere. Maybe Melissa. You can't get rid of Flip.
I gotta find out when. I don't know if y'all know about Craig Smith. He's a comedian. He got a podcast called Craig Facts, but he's doing I think he's doing a subathon or might be a subathon or streamathon or something like that. But he's like giving away a bunch of like equipment, computers, and shit like that just to do it. Just people pulling up, and you gotta like. I think you gotta just enter to win or something like that.
Yeah,
you're doing some dope shit though.
That's dope. I like that.
I like when people do it the right way like that.
For sure.
Shout out to Craig.
Agreed. What else? What other hot topics? While he pulls that up, what other hot topics?
Krishan Jr.
Oh my
I was just asking them, man, do they know anybody?
She did that.
Yeah.
She named him that.
She named him Krishan Jr.
Never.
Krishan Jr. And now we got to sit here and wonder what this spawn of
cousin fucking.
You know what? Apparently, by the words of his mother, I guess. I don't know if I can really take her word for it.
Why
man.
is this the first time we're hearing about this? I feel like.
Look, I don't know what's going on with that family. I don't know what's going on with them people. All I know is that was a first for me. I've never in my life seen a mother name her son her name in Junior. Yeah. Like imagine your mom's name is Melissa and you come out and she named you Melissa Jr. It's like, what the fuck?
You want to know what's crazy? I saw
that's messed up.
So my initial thought when I saw the video that they posted or whatever, that all the blogs were posting, her giving birth. For some reason, my immediate thought was someday Krishan is going to look back at that video and be on her face, just so embarrassed. I felt like it was a really embarrassing birth video.
Now, some people don't understand. I mean, of course, the ones that have, experienced not just, women, but also, the fathers being there, seeing everything that's going on. After it happens, women tend to be a little delirious. They tend to be a little, out of it a little bit. They just went through a real big traumatic event of sorts. You know what I'm saying? It's a real big thing. It's a supernatural thing for women to have to give birth, which is exactly why my middle name is what it is today, because my uncle with his fat ass walked in the hospital room while my mom, right after she had me, talking about here's a middle name, and she was too much in pain to say no at the time, so she just ran with it because he's the uncle and all this other shit. Man, Richard, what the fuck? Why'd you do that, man? You didn't even give it a chance. You just came in and said, yeah, I got a middle name for you.
Oh my God.
God damn, man.
Yeah. So you're saying that you should be able to name, there should be a waiting period before you can name your child.
Yeah. I mean, either that or name them before then. You know what I'm saying? Before. Either name them before or give it a little time, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't rush it.
You think she actually named that baby Krishan?
Yes. I think Krishan is crazy enough to do that.
I think she is crazy enough, but I also think that Blueface holds way more power in that situation than we're led to believe.
He wasn't there. He didn't sign the birth certificate.
Does that mean he's not the father? I heard
yes, it does.
Yeah, I heard the story.
That means you are not the father, even though that is your offspring. That means you are not the father. So she is.
Isn't it just in a couple of states? Or is it the whole? I saw a story.
It's more than a couple.
Yeah,
it's a thing. So it's like
Minnesota. No,
now that's the thing. That's why with Blueface too, why he got to stop. You know what I'm saying? Doing the extra shit as well, because you could have been over there, and that could have been something that you actually had some say over as far as like the name. Now you got to call your son Krishan.
Oh my God.
You gotta call your son Krishan. Come here, little Krishan. Come here, little nigga. Come here, little Krishan Jr. Come here, man. God damn it.
Oh my God.
He gonna be mad as hell. He's trying to play it off and shit like he ain't bothered, man.
He's gonna call that baby CJ. Up. It's gonna be CJ.
Man.
Just CJ. Did he just almost die? Somebody just stabbed him up in a goddamn gym.
Oh yeah, somebody hit him in the leg.
Was it the leg?
I think it was a leg. It was a little flesh wound.
All right, so I found the Joe Budden.
Okay, yeah, please. Yeah.
Ford by demanding they do more work.
Patronies, I'm working on.
Joe Budden shocks Flip, Ice, and Melissa Ford by demanding they do more work.
Patronies, I'm working on a Patreon bombing similar to the YouTube bombing. That sounds nuts to the people that work here.
What that mean?
That's right. In a recent episode of Joe Budden's Patreon, Joe revealed that he plans to have the cast do more content, 30 episodes in 30 days.
Tell you what I think is fly. If we give Patreon 30 days worth of content, drop a content every day on Patreon. So I said,
I think this is a big deal for the show, and it will have huge ramifications moving forward. Now, the 30 episodes are supposed to drop on Patreon, and I think he revealed that he wants them to drop in December. I can't lie, this is actually a great idea. Still, everybody on the show was shocked, and at times it looked very uncomfortable. For example, look at Melissa Ford's face. Look at Flip's face. Look at Ice's face. Now, Joe did say he plans on paying everyone for their time. But what's interesting here is that this is coming at a time where, the contracts are going to be renegotiated. Flip and Melissa Ford signed a 1-year deal. I think it's very strategic for Joe to drop this right before a contract negotiation. It'll be upon them now to prove their value. Are they going to show up to every episode? Are they going to go the extra mile? And that's another thing Joe said, is not everyone has to show up to every episode, but that does put pressure on some of the cast members. Are you going to show up to half the episodes? Are you going to show up to every episode? Let's say you don't show up and the cast finds good chemistry. That's always the danger when you miss work, is people might find out you're not as valuable as you think. I'm looking at you, Ice. But overall, this is very fascinating to me.
Oh, no.
30, so that's 30 days in a row that he's talking about? Just 30 consecutive
30
days
days
that
in
they
a row.
doing episodes?
I doubt that's 30 days of showing up to work.
Haven't we done that? Damn near.
We've done 20 days in a month. But I don't think we've never showed up
Every day?
every day.
Not showed up.
But that literally means that every single
We
one of
could
them
definitely do that.
has to stay in that spot every day. Like they got to be ready to go to work every day.
Look, if the
For
money,
30
if the
days.
money right, Jake's there every night. I'm for sure.
Look, then they
100%.
get, like I said, they getting paid for
They're
it.
getting
Might as well.
to
Why
it.
miss the bag?
Yeah, I mean, I could do it. He knows I could do it. I've done 13 in a day. 13 interviews in a day. I could
Really?
do 30 days in a row.
13 interviews in a day?
Yes.
Holy shit.
And it might have been a lot from the streets involved too.
Something. Some more. There's some more shit in there too. I mean, yeah. 30 days in a row. I mean, it is a little bit different because they do what, 2.5, 3 hour podcasts.
Yeah.
So if you're doing 2.5, 3 hours a day, I think I could do it as long as the content is there. Because I feel like you're going to start to run out of content. But then again, maybe not. Shit does pop off every
I was about to
day.
say, man, every day, regardless of what it is or what the severity of it is, you're going to have something trending that day. Something. Whether it be at the top of the list or the bottom, it's going to be something you can talk about.
Hey, look, close circuit to
or
Joe
something you
Budden.
missed.
If this could get to Joe Budden, I will pod with you every day for 30 days straight.
That's a challenge.
I will do it. I could do it.
You can do 30 days consecutively
100%.
every single day.
Yes.
What day are you starting to get tired, Jake? What day is your eyes getting heavy, or what day is you walking in here and being like, fuck? Is that like after
I don't know.
day 5 or day 15? Day
It's a
20?
good question. It's a good question. I really honestly don't know. I think, like I said, it would depend on, let's say we're doing 2.5 hours. We've been talking for about 2.5 hours tonight. We've been here for what, 5?
Yeah.
I could do this every night.
Shit.
I could do this every night for sure. I mean, especially remove.
How much?
Right. What's the bill?
I need. I'm not gonna say it on camera. I'll tell you off camera how much. I could do it. I could for sure do it. I could do it. I mean, there would
That'd
be
be
a,
interesting.
there would be a price attached to it, mostly because like I have other responsibilities in my life, right? Like I got
Yeah.
kids and shit. I got all that, but I could do it.
Yeah, that
If there's an hourly rate attached to it, yeah, I could do it.
Yeah. I was about to say if there's a nice pretty penny on, on the other end of it doing 30 days consecutively, for sure, because you're giving your time.
I mean, it's
that.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Working overtime for 30 days straight.
Now, I mean, granted, it could be a couple hours out of the whole
Let's say
day,
we
but
need 2 hours. Let's just give it a general 2 hours. Then with 2 hours,
2 hours out the day.
2 hours.
2 hours, 30 days straight.
Yeah, that's like.
Smoked. All
I
right.
already know that's like.
That's easy. I could do that.
Here done
Yeah, I could.
crazy
I could definitely do that.
There was a time when I was like streaming every day on my channel,
Yeah.
and I would like,
Tough.
bruh, because it's like, I mean, it wasn't just about like what am I going to talk about today, but it also was like, man, every day, like
I would, bro. If you listen, if I got topics,
Mhm.
that's easy.
yeah,
That's nothing. That's easy. If I got topics, I'm in 2 hours a day for 30 days straight. Yes, 100%. There's no question.
my brain goes to like, I need because I go back and forth with like streaming and producing and shit.
Yep.
I need a day to like create. You know what I'm saying?
So that's different.
Yeah.
If I'm responsible for the production as well, that's a whole different story. But if I'm just coming in here, sitting down in this chair, looking at this, talking into this mic,
Mm.
and especially if I got somebody to bounce off of, pause, easy. Easy. Easy.
You see that? That's how you react to a pause,
Yeah.
motherfucker. I see motherfuckers
No, that's easy.
before.
That's easy. That's easy. Yes. I can-
Motherfucker said pause. He said pause.
Oh, gosh.
Pause. Anyway, next subject.
You saw how thrown I was. I had to run it back again. Like he was like, yeah, and J. Cole, and I was like, whoa, hold on.
Say, God damn.
Hold on. Let me.
That was I know what's happening here, but I don't want to participate.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if that's what it was. He seemed like not pause. I meant what I said.
Man, speaking of that game, actually, that brings up a good topic of Dame Dash and Jay-Z,
Mm-hmm.
because he claims that he knew that was when the friendship was over, when Jay stopped playing the pause game. Do you think?
He said that?
Yes.
Damn, I didn't hear that.
Yes.
Was this recent?
Mav Hoffa,
Oh, with Matt. So that was a while ago then, right?
probably like a couple months ago.
Okay.
He was on there, and they asked him about when they thought it was over, and he said he knew it was over when motherfuckers stopped playing the pause game.
Hey,
And I
man,
thought
he
about
might be
it.
right. That sounds about right.
But then you think about it, it's
He
like,
might have just stopped playing it with you.
no. But see, here's the thing. I brought it to the friendship aspect of things. Like, you really don't want to be my friend.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. He might have just
It's
stopped.
not. It wasn't no maturity thing. He
Yeah.
tried to play it off as, oh
Yeah.
man, we don't do that. We grown men. No, man, you don't fuck with me no more, bro.
Oh. Is that what he said though?
No, but that's how I took it, because
But what
I
I'm saying, so did Dame explain like that's how Ho did it?
yeah, he said that he
We
was
don't
like,
do- we're grown men,
we
we
don't
don't
do
do
that. Yeah, we don't do that no more. We grown men. He's like, too grown to say pause. You know what I mean? Like,
That sound like maybe somebody.
Once you
else.
lose
That
your
sound
youth,
like
man,
somebody else talking.
you think that would have been?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
insensitive to
My
say
wife
pause.
doesn't want me to say that anymore.
Had
She
Jay
has a-
walking in the office with that on, talking about, so we done playing pause game.
That's what that sounds like to me. That sounds like to
Oh,
me.
that's
like
fucked up,
wifey
man.
was like, if you don't play the pause game anymore.
That
It's
low
not
key,
appropriate.
it low key made me sad to think about because it was like,
That is sad. That's a sad moment.
yeah. Because
Now I'm
imagine how you
picturing.
felt.
Now I'm
You thought it was
picturing.
all good.
Oh my god. No, that's sad. Any of my friends stop playing the pause game with me, I'm like, but
You hate me, bro.
you hate
You hate me, bro.
you hate me.
You go J me like
Yo.
that? You go J me, bro?
Wait, does lyrical Jesus hate me?
Lyrical Jesus.
He sat across from me and didn't want to play the pause game with me.
Hey
After
man,
he's-
it could be, it very well could be hate. We seen the blueprint now. Point
Yeah.
intended.
that hurts.
Yeah.
Thought we had a good.
I know that Jay-Z gets he's for some reason, I don't know if it's just me that sees it, but it just seems like people now have like kind of wanted to like throw salt at Jay-Z and his legacy lately. I'm not saying Dame Dash specifically, because he has every right to say what he feels about that situation. That was somebody he did business with. But like from a fan perspective, Jay-Z gets a lot of hate now. Like it went from like praising Jay-Z and every album he was coming out with, they couldn't wait for it. And now like this new generation popped up. Now everybody's like has these questions about Jay-Z and Rock Nation. And
I don't understand the whole hate.
yeah, I don't know either. I don't know what they expected from somebody who clearly told him his whole life that he was about the money. But
Yeah, but I mean, even aside from that, like every time he shows up to rap into the mic, we get something great still.
yeah,
Look what he's done for the Super Bowl. Like, think about the last like 5 since he took over as the Super Bowl halftime show music coordinator, whatever the fuck title they gave him.
yeah.
Think about how lit the Super Bowl halftime show has been. Like, bro, we had
2 years in a row.
Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg,
Mhm.
Eminem, 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, all on the same stage at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Excuse me, and rock that shit.
Would we have ever expected anything like that? No, ever. I would have never thought that would happen in LA.
Were you one of the people that didn't fuck with the Rihanna halftime show?
No, I loved it.
Okay, cool.
I
Just
thought it was
making
great.
sure.
I will never.
I don't know where the hate came
There
from.
will
For
be
that is like
there will be zero.
You would've
I
thought-
won't tolerate zero Rihanna slander.
you would have thought women didn't know what it was like to be pregnant. The ones that have been pregnant, because
Yo,
they
that
was looking
was-
at that like this was so boring. This was so bland. It was like, nigga, she's a whole
And-
house up there, respectfully. Like,
And no, the fuck it wasn't.
bruh.
That shit was fire. No, I love it.
They. I mean,
And it's been more than 2 in a row, by the way. Who was before? Who? That one, because that one won last year. It was Rihanna, and then who was the year before? Because there was one in between Rihanna and Snoop and them, wasn't
no,
there?
it wasn't. No,
That was last year
that was the year before then. Yeah.
in LA. What
Yeah.
was the year before that? Because there was some more fire in there.
I can tell you right now. I don't. Oh, was it Shakira and J Lo?
No, it was the weekend.
Oh yeah, the week. Okay, all
I
right.
think Hov has been responsible for 4. Because there was one before that too, wasn't it? Beyonce again?
No,
Bruno Mars,
Bruno Mars.
wasn't it?
Are you thinking about the weekend?
No,
Sorry,
no,
said Bruno Mars in the weekend.
no. The weekend, the one before, I think it was Bruno Mars.
Damn, do we have to?
I think it was
research
Bruno
this?
Mars and Beyonce because Bruno brought out Beyonce. I remember she did Formation and everybody was mad because that was the Colin Kaepernick take a knee year.
No, but that was her whole performance. Beyonce did a whole halftime. when
Right.
she did that.
She's done it twice. One time she was a guest for Bruno Mars. It was Bruno Mars was the headliner. And
Damn,
Bruno
I don't
Mars
remember
brought
that.
her out.
I
We
don't
can look it
remember-
up.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Let's look it up by year. Super
Every time I
Bowl.
think about a Super Bowl, all I do is see Janet Jackson titty. It's like the first image that comes. Super Bowl halftime shows. Boom, it's right there. Sun ring.
Shout out to Justin.
And J Lo
Shout out to
Justin
Justin
just
Timberlake.
looking down,
Yeah.
just
As he should.
shocked and appalled.
I feel bad for Justin because somebody told him that was okay, but only told
He
him.
told himself
But
it was
only
okay.
told him. No, I think
No,
somebody.
he did. He said, "I know what's underneath
I'm
there.
pulling this
I'm
titty
gonna,
out."
yeah. This is a moment. They're not gonna do anything to me. I'm Justin Timberlake." He's like, "It's fine. I'm good.
I mean,
I'll just have her naked by the end of the song."
let's see. Super Bowl halftime show history.
You don't think that was playing? I think that was playing. It had to be. You can't.
No, I do think it was planned.
You can't be singing "Better Have You Naked" by the end of this song.
No,
and
I think
rip
it
out
was
a titty
planned.
and have it be.
I think it was planned, but I think whoever planned it only told him and was like, no, it's cool. She knows it's gonna happen. She's expecting it.
No, I think she was in on it too.
I don't think so.
I think because of the backlash. Bruh, think about this. No, this is real quick. Janet had a whole sun-shaped ring around her nipple.
Yeah, but I just assume that Janet
Who
Jackson
the fuck
does that.
wears that
Janet
under
Jackson.
If nobody's gonna see it,
Michael did too, probably.
that's a whole. But it was a ring, bro. It wasn't like no nipple ring. It was like no, you placed that there
Yeah, it was like a
to
paste.
cover something.
Yeah.
You wanted to cover something, but still wanted to
You
be
think maybe
explicit.
you think maybe Justin is actually like this little evil guy behind the scenes, and he threatened her, like, "Look, I'm gonna pull your titty out tonight, bitch."
Just the whole time, just on
She was
stage.
like, "Oh my god!"
Every
I'm
time you
like,
put the mic down, you know I'm about to pull your titty out.
no, before the show, backstage, I'm pulling your titty out tonight. And Janet got scared and was like, "I'm putting pasties on just in case he's for real," and then he did it.
Yeah, let me put this big old sun
Yeah.
ring on my
Maybe
man.
I don't know. Shout out
I
to
don't
Justin.
know.
Shout out to Justin. That's
Shout
all I
out
know.
Justin. Yeah, I was just talking about Future Sex Love Sounds the other day. That was an incredible album.
Nah, okay, all right. Let's see. What do we got?
Wait, have you missed like 3 of your picks?
No.
Or
I'm
is the
done.
draft over?
That draft is over.
Okay, cool.
I'm
I was
looking at
about
the
to say.
Super Bowl. I'm looking at Super Bowl halftime shows now.
I was about to say we was sitting here. You missed a whole bunch of picks and shit they gave you, just randoms.
All right. So I believe the first year that Hove was in charge was, if I'm not mistaken, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, was the year it was here.
Mhm.
I believe, right? The Minneapolis year was 2018.
Yeah.
And that was, guess who? The titty bandit himself, Justin Timberlake.
Was it?
Yeah.
Ho wasn't here when 6ix9ine was doing all that shit.
He wasn't here. Well, he might have been here. I don't know. For the Super
But he
Bowl?
wasn't in charge of that
I
shit.
think he was.
That was a long ass. 6ix9ine was out,
Was that?
had to go to jail. Jay-Z just got this the last couple.
I think they appointed him 2018. I'm almost positive they appointed him 2018. Justin Timberlake was first order of business. Because you know him and JT are like,
No, it wasn't him. It wasn't. Hell no.
well, then the year after that was Maroon 5, Travis.
What was the last 2-3 years?
Well, I'm going. So 2020 was Shakira, J-Lo, Bad Bunny, J Balvin.
Then he came in right after that.
And then 2021 was The Weeknd. 2022 was Dre, Snoop M. 2023 was Rihanna.
Might have been the last 2.
Nah,
When did he make that NFL deal?
definitely not. It was at least
Yeah, that
2019.
that
It was at least 2019 because that was Maroon 5, Travis Scott, Big Boy.
When did they do that?
No,
NFL
it had to be. It was 2020. Because I feel like it was around the height of all the bullshit that was going on, and they were like, "Yeah, we need to make a change." The NFL was like, "All right, look, we got Jerry Jones on the cusp of some bullshit. we need to make sure we put somebody black in here, man. We need to get the number one guy." And when they got
Hov
Jay-Z,
he did like a tour.
August 2019. So he was responsible for. He was not responsible. No, he was responsible. He was not responsible for the Justin Timberlake one. It was the year after.
so he started with Bruno Mars,
No,
or who was 2019 or 2020.
he started with. He started with in Atlanta. Maroon 5, Travis Scott, Big Boy. Yep.
Interesting.
Trav, that makes sense. Travis makes sense. And then Big Boy. And it was in Atlanta.
Nice and safe.
So bringing Big Boy out in Atlanta,
Yeah,
perfect.
makes sense.
Travis Scott, that's one of Hove's offspring.
Couldn't bring out Young Thug.
And then went Shakira, J-Lo, Bad Bunny, J Balvin. That sounds like more of a decision.
Yeah. Boom, tska, boom, 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 boom.
And then, yeah.
She knew her music was going in that direction.
Then The Weeknd, Dre, Snoop and all them, and then Rihanna. So he did he was there for the last 4.
Very interesting.
It is.
Jay has
What
made
was
some
his,
interesting decisions.
What was his NFL deal that first went off?
Hope's first NFL deal?
Yeah, he did something, had a NFL deal, because then that's when Dame was mad and he went on that shit. He went on No Jumper and was pissed about it.
Well, that
And
was
everybody know Jay ain't shit. Right after the
that was when he
NFL
did the whole sit down with Kaepernick and them.
What's that?
And then the year after that is when they brought him on, because remember he was like anti NFL because of what they were
Yeah.
doing to Cap,
Right.
and then
That's why a lot of people was mad when he joined in with him.
because remember they there was footage of the actual roundtable like meeting. Remember,
Yeah.
Hove was there, Cap was there, Meek was there, Robert Kraft was there,
Mhm.
Roger Goodell was there, and they were like, look at Hove selling out, and it turned out he wasn't really selling out. He was like, it was, to me it looked more like, I'm gonna infiltrate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
If you want to beat him, join him.
exactly. I'm a fucking dismantle him from the inside. And bro, it's been better since. To me, it seems like it's been better since.
Well, I mean, I guess as far as halftime shows,
No, I think a lot of it's been better.
like what?
Like you don't hear as much criticism about players taking stands that they want to take. If they
That
want
could
to
be
take them.
algorithmic.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, it was,
Take that shit out
the thing is,
out
like,
the algorithm.
I mean, how many players? I mean, ain't nobody kneeling. I
Yeah,
don't
but
see nobody kneeling now. It's like maybe they doing that now because out of
how you look
respect
at the
for Jay.
kneeling in hindsight, how you look at the kneeling now though.
How do I look at it now? I look like, I mean, like any protest is supposed to be. It's supposed to raise some type of awareness. It's supposed to be, provocative. It's supposed to, well, not provide. It wasn't provocative to just get on your knee, but it had to cause some attention, and it raised a lot of attention.
So it did, right? It
Got the president to call niggas sons of a bitches. So it's like, you know what I mean? They did something.
Yeah.
And it's not that it was something to like,
I
because
went I went to a Vikings game in 2020 and I took a knee.
somebody throw a beer at you.
Nah, nobody said shit.
Glizzy.
Nobody said a damn thing.
Damn.
Not a word.
I remember I was at a Timberwolves game. I stayed seated during the national
Oh, I
anthem,
definitely did that.
but I didn't. I forgot who it was. It was like some lady that was like a row behind me, but like towards the left, and I just like kind of heard her whisper something real quick as we were sitting down. But you don't really pay nobody no mind.
I went to a game with Fu, and I was like, I was waiting to see what he was going to do.
Oh yeah.
I was like, we don't stand for this shit.
He's I'm
right?
gonna follow your lead, man.
I was like, we don't stand, right? He's like, hell no. I was like, all right, just making sure we were on the same page. I kept my hat on,
Yeah.
took my hand, went like this, and went, nah.
And then they try to do the extra shit because during the games they'll bring out a veteran and shit. They bring him in the half court shit. The people be like, "Oh, so you're not gonna stand up? You're not gonna do nothing? It's a veteran." And I'll be sitting there like, I respect all veterans, man, but it's not about.
I'll give him a clean salute.
What y'all think about
from my
1090 Jake coming out that he has some
possible.
snitching
Okay. He
Well,
got
I
some
feel like it was
paperwork.
only a matter of time, right?
It's usually the ones that's be in front of the shit that be got some shit like
You smelt
that
it, you
behind
dealt it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it was only a matter of time. I don't know. I don't, bro. I can't get into snitching shit.
They was calling them 1290 Jake. They said they called him 1090 call the Jakes. they was coming up with all types of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Which the situation is a little weird because it's like, I don't know. I think it was like, from what I gathered, I didn't really pay too much attention, but from what I could hear, it seemed like he was putting a CO's name in some paperwork. It wasn't another inmate.
so ain't that's cool, right?
I don't know.
Hey,
I guess
that's a
right?
gray area, right?
Shouldn't you want to snitch on the
That's
cop?
what I'm saying. It's
So you wanna
snitching
get
cool
these-
if you're snitching on the law.
Right. Like I thought that was.
Can they hold that against you in the streets? If you told on a cop,
Right. He said, "Oh, so you gonna kill me over a cop?" It's like, you know what I mean? Like they'll be the person on the other end will be conflicted.
who's the rat?
Right. So I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know what the rules are no
What
more,
if
man.
the cop was on the paperwork or on the payroll?
But
What
all
if
these
it
people-
was a cop that was on the payroll?
All these people that have been getting put on blast lately for their paperwork, nothing has happened.
And nothing's gonna happen because it's
Exactly.
fake outrage. Nobody actually gives a
So
fuck.
That's why being fixated on it is just a conversation piece, basically,
Yes.
for most people. Like,
Agreed.
I don't think anybody really is going to run up on anybody. If that was the case, something would have happened to Charleston White already.
6ix9ine would have caught more than a little bit of an ass beating.
Oh yeah, nobody really cares, man.
Nobody cares. Bro.
And it goes to that testament that a lot of the dudes that that be coming out trying to speak out against certain shit like that, they might have some niggas around them that have been snitching, are snitching, are cooperating, but it's because that's their homeboy.
Hove called it, man. He
Yeah.
said it in whatever year that was. He said, y'all killed Nipsey and let Zimmerman live.
Mm-hmm.
The streets is done. He was right.
He was
100%.
very correct.
I mean, there's new shit every day. Every day there's some new shit. We got some local shit going on with alleged snitching too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
paperwork out here.
Paperwork rolling around. Yeah, one of the biggest artists in Minnesota.
Really,
Yes.
I didn't hear nothing about it. Who's
That's good. I'm not gonna say it on the mic.
okay?
Because I don't it don't
The wheels is turning.
don't guess. I mean, it's not a secret. It's not a secret though. I mean, it's not.
You
a
say
secret.
it's a new Jake in town?
It's not a secret. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. The
I hear about it though.
The
I hear
paperwork
about it.
is out. The paperwork is out there. People that are watching that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I don't want to discuss it because I don't know. I mean, I don't want to discuss it in depth. I brought it up, but I don't want to discuss it in depth or say his name because I need to talk to him. I need.
You want to confirm it? You want to make sure it's like
I need
really
to talk to.
confirmed?
I need to because I
Or is
want.
it confirmed? But you want to make sure you talk to him
It's
and get his side of everything.
so for me, it's not necessarily confirmed because the paperwork that I saw looks like it could have been mocked up. Could have been, but
Is that what he's claiming?
he hasn't really claimed anything.
He hasn't said nothing about it.
He dropped a song and he addressed it. And he said something about like paperwork on who, something about y'all, saying y'all are lying. And I don't know, the paperwork does look a little funny to me, but also it looks like this was maybe some shit from when he was a kid. So where do we draw the line?
Yeah, that was actually a question that was posed earlier because it was like, what is your take on somebody being a child extension? Basically, like what I'm saying.
Well, again,
13, 14,
let me
15
say
shit.
my take is I don't really give a fuck either way. I'm not a rat.
I'm not in that world.
I'm not in that world,
Yeah.
but I also do have those morals. I mean, I do have I'm not going to tell on you.
Right. We
I'm
did
not
something. We not even then. If it had nothing to do with
Hold
me,
on. Let me reverse that. If you walk up to me and you shoot me in my kneecap and I see your face, I'm fucking telling on you.
yeah,
If I started some shit with you and you retaliated by doing that, well, then I'm probably going to retaliate back. So there's gray area. It depends. You know what I mean? I am a civilian,
yeah.
but I also know that I can piss people off sometimes.
Mhm.
Now, do I think a proper response is to fucking stab me or shoot me or hit me? No. I don't think I've ever done anything that's warranted that, but you can't predict someone's reaction to your action. So if
Yeah.
I do something and it pisses you off to that point, okay, that's you. But I'm not going to the police with certain things. I teach my kids not to be tattletales. Like, don't handle shit yourself. Don't.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean with violence,
Right.
but
It has to come with it's situational.
yes,
what
that's
I'm saying?
that right there. That's the problem with not just this topic, but every topic in the world. There's like no more room for gray area or
Yeah.
minutia. Everything's so black and white. It's like even like, all right, here's a hot topic. How about pro-life or pro-choice?
Mm.
There's a lot of fucking gray area in the middle of that.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a 27-year-old man and you fuck a 27-year-old woman and it's consensual and y'all choose to not use a condom and you know that there's a possibility that she's going to get pregnant, do I think that you morally probably should make a choice to keep the baby? Yeah, probably. You made some choices. Yes, I think you probably should.
Yeah.
Probably. Am I judging you if you don't? No. That's your decision.
It happens.
It happens. But do I think you probably should? Yes. If you're a 27-year-old woman and you get raped by a man in an alleyway and you get pregnant, do I think you should be allowed to get an abortion? 1,000 fucking %. Yes. If you're doctors sold you birth control and your birth control doesn't work, do I think you have grounds to go do something about it? Yeah, probably.
Mhm.
Do I also think like, hey man, that little motherfucker swam through your birth control. You won a prize. It's a baby. You probably should keep it because that's God telling you
said that
something.
motherfucker.
That's God telling you something.
I
you
just
know?
said that yesterday. I'm like, when you sit back and you look at your kid or your kids, you got to think to yourself, those are the champions.
Yes.
They are the winners. They were the
Yes.
number one. They out of billions.
But sometimes you look
made
at
their way-
somebody and be like, man, you're the one that won? What the fuck happened here? How did this
He
happen?
said, "You the little motherfucker that made it
How
through."
the fuck?
He said,
How
"It was an accident." Well, you must have bumped the one that
I
was supposed
see
to go.
grown. I see grown adults out in the world sometimes, and I'm like, how the fuck did you beat all of the like? How were you the one that got there first?
I don't
Something
know,
happened.
man. They did create the Special Olympics for a reason.
What do y'all think about Adam? Y'all think he's back from being canceled, or he never got canceled?
Adam 22.
Adam 22.
When did he get canceled?
Well, I wouldn't say canceled.
Are we talking
but
about
it was supposed to be over for
When
him
No
with
Jumper
everybody.
was falling apart? Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
over for that part. Yeah, for him as a leading one of the leading podcasters, that's done.
Yeah, he can play that illusion all he wants, man. I think after the guys that kind of helped maintain that platform for him,
Yeah.
Skip Town, and people kind of saw how he reacted after that. I think people are kind of tired of it.
I mean,
You
it is done, right? Because at the time, like before all that happened.
He's back.
But what I'm saying is, at that time,
He found a new character.
he was in the conversations with the Charlemagnes, the Joe Buddens, like the top dogs in the game, right? That's over.
But even then, it's like
He's still gonna pull big guests and shit.
I think he's still, but that's what I mean. Like he's at the stage where, okay, I have to use the popularity and the push that my platform has left to get what I need to maintain it. And that's why you see him like acting like he's crashing out or going at the old guys from his show. Cause it's like, not only do you have to keep this going and keep this relevant as you cipher through co-hosts, but you got to make motherfuckers forget that somebody discombobulated the insides of your wife. And that is going to be the main thing people think about when they see you. So they need to think of something else, which is why Adam is now on that Big Adam tour. He's Big Adam.
I mean, he's
now.
forever gonna win in the porn world.
But that's the thing. Before, he was just winning as that. Now that happened with his wife, continue to win the porn space. But
Has there been any conversation at all about I'm trying to think of the right word. I'm just gonna make up a word. The culture vulturism of that move.
Which one?
That those two
Because
whites literally used a black man's dick to
that is
build
some
up their
old school.
stock.
That is an old school racial tactic.
That's what I'm saying. And I don't feel like I've heard that at all. And that's how I looked at it.
So that's the thing. I heard a few takes, but it wasn't amplified like that at all.
I've been looking at
and it's
Adam
because
I've been looking at Adam as a culture vulture for quite some time now.
well, like I said, we live in a label stamping world.
Mm-hmm.
What do they label Adam as after that shit happened with his wife? A cuck.
Yep.
They're not gonna look at the racial aspect behind
True.
it because now it's like we gotta focus in on going in on this dude
He's
for
literally rebuilding what was seemingly falling apart on
his wife's
was-
back.
I was gonna say on a black man's back, but really on his dick.
Yo, he had this bitch upside down,
And nut inside her.
bruh, and it wasn't.
You can't come home
It-
after that. It's
it
over.
wasn't planned.
You can't come home after that.
Wasn't planned. It just happened. She
It's
let
over.
it happen.
Move out.
She let it
gotta go.
happen. It's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, no, we can't. You can't come home after that. You live with him now. You live with him now. That's crazy. That's crazy. No.
You think he was there when it happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hell
I do.
yeah. He tried to say he wasn't. I know he was
He was
there.
in the room.
Yeah,
Hell
he was holding.
yeah.
He was holding the fucking camera. Yeah.
Man, look, Adam like that shit.
He is a cuck.
He don't like people making fun of him for it.
No, but he's a cuck,
But he
and that's
likes
fine.
that
If that's
shit.
your kink, I'm not a kink shamer. By all means, if that's your thing, fine,
Mhm.
cool. If that's what does it for you, that's great.
Yeah, it's not like we don't know that people be into that. shit.
But I also know enough to know, like, you're not a halfway cuck. You're either a cuckold or you're not.
But you came if you already put it out there in the atmosphere that you didn't want your wife to do this. That's the part right there where when people be like, well, you know, he's a porn star, maybe he likes this shit. That's when I go, I don't know. Because in previous conversations, that motherfucker was not with it. And he said he'd be damned if all the money they making right now, he has his wife go and fuck another dude for some money. And then now, after the shit happened with his co-host and all the other shit happened with No Jumper, now all of a sudden his wife Coochie is free game. So it's like, I pose the question, does he really give a fuck about it? You know what I'm saying?
I'd pose the question:
Marrying her was a business deal.
Did their marriage fall apart a long time ago?
I don't even think it's that. I think they probably just got married because you're fun, I'm fun, we can fuck on camera, we can.
But then why have a baby?
The same reason why people go out and do whatever, motherfucker. Like he skeeted on her and it happened. His skeet got past the plan B.
I guess
He ran with it because he got the money.
they have a
You
boy.
know what I'm saying?
They got a boy or a girl? Girl, right?
They got a girl.
Oh.
And he said that he wouldn't oppose his daughter doing OnlyFans. And she's not even.
She's like 2.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying this is what I mean. I don't think he actually really gives a fuck about her or the situation. I
Did
think
they
he just.
name her Adam Jr.?
Oh my god. Not Adam 22. Holy shit.
Oh,
Fuck that, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
It all seems messy to me. The
is.
True Hollywood Story someday is going to be amazing. I know that. It's going to be such a fun documentary to watch when they come out with the No Jumper documentary. That's going to be.
He had some people on his head. Adam was inviting that energy. He was telling motherfuckers, hey, pull up on me. You ain't gonna do shit.
I mean, I will give it to him. He's had that energy since the beginning.
Yeah,
The
and
very beginning.
Any situation I done seen him in when shit got real on that set, that motherfucker was what? What's happening?
I mean, bro,
Motherfucker-
you remember when dude walked in with the pistol, put it to his head.
Yeah, I saw what he was doing. He tried his best to keep that smile on his face,
Yeah.
but that motherfucker was twitching.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's a gun in your face, motherfucker. Act like it's a gun in your
that's
face.
what's
Don't try
great.
don't try to do nothing for the cameras. Don't try to keep your composure, motherfucker. Somebody can kill you right now.
Yeah,
You need to fuck the Adam 22 show. You are Adam Grand Mason. There's a gun in your face,
For real.
motherfucker. You got to do something.
that name is wild, by the way.
Yeah.
That's
Grand
a
Mason is
wild
very
name.
close to Grand Wizard.
That is,
I'm just saying.
yeah.
I mean, it's what dudes like him do though, man. They find an opportunity, whether it be in hip hop culture or whatever.
I liked
You know what I'm
Adam in the
saying?
early days, man. I think he loved it. I
thought it was cool too.
I don't think he loves it no more.
I wasn't so when that shit happened with him and he had a interview with Joe Budden and all that shit happened and they were on his ass about a lot of shit.
Yep.
I was like, man, they doing too much, man. And he coming up with good arguments as to why he does the stuff. He's not shying away from, oh yeah, I do this for views or I do, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, well, I can respect that. I ain't got to agree with it, but I respect it.
Yep.
And putting the tag on him and saying, give him the jacket of the culture vulture and he's doing this out of poor taste. And I was like, all right, I feel like they were kind of trying to put a bad label on him at first.
Yep.
Fast forward, here we are.
Yeah.
They were right all along. So it's like some people see it, some people don't, but eventually everything comes to light.
I mean, on one hand, I can understand it from anybody's point of view. After you do this shit for so long, things do start to bother you and rub you the wrong way. You can get sick of shit. You
Mhm.
can get sick of doing interviews and you can get sick of doing all that. And you can get sick of people being late wasting your time. I
Yeah.
think that shit can weigh on you for sure. That shit can weigh on you. You know? Yeah.
Man.
So I mean, so on that hand, I can understand how you can fall out of love with the shit, but at some point, man, you got to kind of look at how you're acting, and because I feel like maybe he's been that. Maybe he really has been a culture vulture this whole time and just hit it better early on, and now it's just like I don't give a fuck. I
That's
don't
true.
care no more. But people are still going to utilize this platform
Yeah.
because it's a big platform.
Yeah. That's true. That's facts.
Yeah, let's wrap it
Yeah,
up,
I
man.
gotta
But we're
hit the
gonna be
road.
back. We're gonna be back here next week. What we thinking? We'll be back next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Same time, same place, same channels. So you can tune back in, and you'll be able to watch us watch the growth. Pause.
Watch the growth, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch
You'll
the growth.
be able to see it live. You saw
No
shit,
pause.
You saw wild shit tonight, man. We started
Watch
out.
it grow on camera.
Yeah.
I'm tired, man.
Man, you saw it tonight, man. We started out there. We moved in here. You saw the TV fall off the wall. Shit went crazy. We talked about everything under the stars, sun, and the moon. We'll be back next week to do it again. And at some point, 30 days in a row.
Uh-oh. I'm down for the challenge, man. I'm down for the challenge.
Now
man.
we might have to do it. We need to get some sponsorships though.
That's how Joe gonna see it. We got to challenge him to the 30 days and do 31.
Hey, if you're watching this now, or if you're watching this later after it's recorded and uploaded, and you're interested in donating to that cause for us to do that, so we can be in here at least getting some money somehow, some way, and not, losing every dollar we got outside of these walls.
We ain't got no button network money right now.
Hit us up. Let us know, because I would love the opportunity to do the challenge and 31
I'm
days.
with it.
I'm with that.
I'm with the challenge.
Tell them where to find you. Give them all your info.
Hey man, GMS Show, man. You can find me on YouTube there. You can also find me on Instagram, Black GMS, BLACKKGMS. Also, the GMS Show on Instagram. I appreciate y'all. New beat tape out, GMS episode 7 on Bandcamp. Go get that shit for free, or you can buy it for $5. Appreciate you.
That's it. And I'm Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1. If it don't say Podcast Poppy, it's not me. And make sure you follow Live on Lake Street everywhere at Live on Lake Street, except for Twitter, where it's just Live on Lake ST.
Hey.
What else? We got anything else, Chief? I miss anything? That's it. Follow Chief too. Follow Chief everywhere at Southside Chief. And we'll be back next week. That's it. We out.
Peace.